a big, fat panda.
I'm not a big fat panda. I'm the big fat panda. Skadoosh.
That always gets me. Welcome to Big Fat Panda show number 4. I think I have a pretty good show for you. I don't know what it's going to be until I edit it, but I'm trying. The weather is definitely getting cooler here in Florida. Whew. I mean, when I do the setup for the show, I have like lights on me, and one day I filmed the whole show and I was sweating like Miley Cyrus at church. And when I played it back, I couldn't use any of the footage. I just had sweat beads coming down. Take a look at this studio setup. Welcome to my world. So yeah, I'm much happier now that it's cooler. So at the beginning of the month, I'm always now worried, like, am I gonna have enough stuff for a decent show? And then by the end of the month, I have too much stuff. So let's get started with Food and Wine. The Food and Wine Festival still goes up until November 11th. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Food and Wine. I love it because there's little morsels of food. I hate it because there's little morsels of food. But honestly, if I had it my way, I want to sit down in a restaurant, I want a waiter or waitress to serve me, I don't want to wait online, I don't want to stand up holding food, not knowing where to go. So let me just get the negativity out that it's not my thing. That being said, there are a lot of good things. Italy is my favorite, by far. The raviolis are fantastic. You get 4 nice raviolis, and the chocolate cannoli, thank you, heaven. It's amazing. Canada cheddar cheese soup. By Japan, they have a chicken teriyaki, but it comes looking like sushi, and I had to ask them 100 times, you're sure there's no fish in here, right? There's no sushi in here. I just don't like it. Singapore has a chicken curry. That was some pretty good stuff. Okay, so I was really excited about Glow at the show, and I still am. Although the hat doesn't fit me. It doesn't fit a lot of people. This thing doesn't get bigger, but these little babies cost $25. Their Florida debut was at Disney's Hollywood Studios during Fantasmic. I have the whole video on bigfatpanda.com. Just take a look at this little clip video of my gut reaction when it first began. I had never seen it before, and you could hear how I laugh when it starts. And then a couple of days later, they were going to roll it out with Wishes and the Celebrate the Magic projection show. I went to Fantasmic with my friend Jeff Lang, full of wisdom. He said, let's sit in the Mickey section. I thought it was just because it was in the center. He knew that if Disney was filming, they're going to want to seed the audience. That's how I got these. They gave them to us because anybody in the Mickey section was given the hats because their cameras were filming and they wanted it to look great. And it did look great, as you can see. So when they rolled it out for the Magic Kingdom, I was expecting them to give a few hundred out to the people on Main Street or over by the hub, by the castle. No such luck. So there wasn't that many hats, but it still looked nice. Just take a quick peek of how it looks with Celebrate the Magic. Not bad, right? But it would be amazing if the whole crowd had them. It would be that crowd mentality. It would be awesome. So I love the concept. I think that if the hats were less expensive, they would be a lot more popular, obviously. My price point would be about $14.95. If you have a family of 4 and you buy 4 of them, it's $100. Something that people keep pointing out to me that it's funny. They say, well, you buy it, but you don't get to see your own ears. You're doing it for someone else's enjoyment. And my response to them is, if everybody thinks like that, it'll be a very dark show. I really like it though. If you get a chance to glow with the show, do your thing and glow with the show. Okay, I'm gonna give you a warning here. I am an Avatar fanboy. I loved the movie, and I didn't think I would. When I heard it was like a $300 million movie and everybody was loving it, and I went to the theater like, all right, okay. No, I loved it. I was crying at the end. When she held him, my Jake, I was crying. I loved it. So I have been on board with Disney doing Avatar Land since day one. And I understand a lot of people don't like it. There are people that say it doesn't fit with Animal Kingdom. I say nay, nay. It fits perfect with Animal Kingdom's conservation message, and it all had to do with animals. You gotta watch the movie if you haven't seen it, please do. So they just released these new concept drawings of Avatar Land, and I am more excited than I was before. Look at the floating islands and just the detail that can be put in here. And I don't think James Cameron is going to settle for anything less than spectacular. The boat ride through the glowing plants, oh, it could be incredible. I don't think it's supposed to be done until around 2017, but I will be updating you as it happens. Speaking of Animal Kingdom, they recently had Divine. I have a video on bigfatpanda.com if you haven't seen Divine. She's the walking tree. And then they had a character, Bamboo, but he got canceled. I don't think he was too popular. I never actually saw him in person, but Bamboo got canceled. But now there seems to be two new characters at Animal Kingdom. I think they were LaBouche and Halle Rosacea Berry. They seem to be in a heated competition. Like maybe Disney can only keep one of them and they have to both get airtime on camera. Take a look at these two new characters and you'll see there's some friction there. Easy being green. So I put a green face picture of myself out on Facebook, and I asked my friends, what do you think I'm doing this month before the show was released? The responses are hysterical. I'd like to get to a lot of them, so I'm just going to read you the name of the person and what the comment was. Corinne Anderson says a green Smurf. Jeff Lang, who responded about 3 times, says the Oz Witch from the Great Movie Ride. Dave Parfit, good lord, that scared me. Keith Bryant, the Hulk. Jeff Lang again, Kermit the Frog. Jeff Lang again, Oogie Boogie. Eric Michaud, Sprout from the Little Green Giant. Kelly DeBardeleben, Shrek. Thanks, Kelly. Kyle Duffield, a Green Walker. Scott Parker, also Shrek. The beautiful lady playing my counterpart there is Nicole Siscaretti. She'll be my guest here in a little while from SparklyEverAfter.com. This is not SeaWorld's greatest month. A recent documentary was released, very controversial. I am staying away from the drama, and I'm going to talk to you about SeaWorld's Spooktacular Halloween. I had never seen what SeaWorld did for Halloween. Definitely more for kids, even more so than Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. And that could be just my own personal preference, but I definitely thought for little kids it was awesome. The best part of it is it's included in the ticket price. It's not a separate ticketed event. The characters were a little odd. They felt kind of foreign, pumpkin, fish, creature things. I did love the design your own cookie station. There's a lot of fun stuff for the kids. Now, I am not a huge Star Wars fan, but I came across these things in the Main Street Theater. I think Star Wars people are going to love these character crossovers. Look at the quality of these statues. I might get some of these names wrong because I'm not, huge into Star Wars, but Princess, I think it's Amidala, Minnie Mouse, C-3PO Donald Duck, Yoda Stitch, Boba Fett Goofy. Pretty cool stuff, right? My friend Keith Lapin from KeithLapinig.com has been giving away UnBirthday Buttons, a contest that he does on his website and his YouTube channel.
Mad Hatter, I wanted to give you this.
What is this?
It's an UnBirthday Button.
Oh my goodness.
And I wanted to give... I have one for Alice too.
I've never seen this before.
I made them myself.
No wonder. They always make birthday buttons.
I know.
Who wants a birthday button?
I know. I think you
try to get them to give these ones out too.
Sure.
I really think
Everyone
they
wants
should.
one of these. No one wants a birthday.
The UnBirthday Button is literally good for 364 days out of the year. In order to win one, all you have to do is leave a comment on this video that says UnBirthday Button. Of course, add anything else you'd like, but just UnBirthday Button will do it. That's separate from the contest for this month's main prize. I was at the grand opening for the villas at the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. Thanks to On The Go and MCO, I toured the rooms and the Grand Villa, which was spectacular. The opening ceremony was open to the public. It wasn't that crowded, but take a look at who actually cut the ribbon.
We now declare the grand opening of Disney Vacation Club, the villas at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. In 3, 2, 1, open! Congratulations, Disney Vacation Club. The villas at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa are now open.
The rooms themselves were absolutely gorgeous, luxurious. Polynesian, still more my style, but I loved it. I'd like to give a reminder that the Big Fat Panda Show is now on iTunes. If you subscribe to podcasts on iTunes, you can subscribe to us right there. And if you are so inclined, please give me a rating there. I would really appreciate it. And then this happened. This was a custom Vinylmation lovingly made for me by Kelsey Fabricius. I think I'm saying that correctly. I'll put her name up here so you could follow her on Facebook. I also have to thank Shelly and Raina Jones for that. Kelsey takes orders to make custom Vinylmations. If you're thinking about having a custom Vinylmation made, contact Kelsey. She got so many amazing details. If you look in his hand, he's got little white spots that a panda would have. And his little tail on the back. I love him. I hear that Kelsey's getting a little backed up. Not like where fiber can fix it, I mean with orders. So if you really want a custom Vinylmation, please put an order in with her. Another video that I just released on BigFatPanda.com is a Pandavision multi-angle, newly refurbished Jungle Cruise. Not much has changed, but it's never looked better. All the animatronics are working, a lot of the foliage has been cut back, and we had a great skipper, Shane. Here's a quick 10-second clip.
Waterfalls, excavator falls behind me is also pretty dangerous. In fact, this one can get people wet from time to time. Now, this is found out by that famous explorer doctor. I'm gonna way too close. Really to the right! Lead! Lead! Some of your fear likes your fear. Come on, folks. Lead! And we made it! All right, that was close.
And I'd like to thank McCracken257 on YouTube. Your Steve Barrett signed copy of Hidden Mickey book is in the mail, along with a pin. I think I put the pin in there. People always say to me, John, how do you get to the park so often? How do you get all these videos? I have a little trick up my sleeve. I call it a portal. It might be a little odd to you because this is my house, but I got this little trick here. During the guest segment, Nicole and I reminisce about our friendship. We both come up with 3 things from the past that we remember that was funny to us. Just mention one of those things in your comments and you can win the prize behind me. And now a quick word from our sponsor before we get to our guest. The Big Fat Panda Show is sponsored by Mouse Planning. Disney vacation planning for people who prefer their Walt Disney World vacations to be practically perfect in every way. Let the Mouse Planner do the planning so you can focus on having fun. Visit mouseplanning.com today for a no-obligation quote on your next visit to Walt Disney World. And now, Sparkly Nicole. Hi! What an entrance!
You know, I just do what I can.
We're going to try to take ourselves seriously. I don't even know.
pal.
I didn't edit it yet, but it's going to be really cool. I know you as Nicole Siscaretti. You're Sparkly Nicole to everybody. We know you as Sparkly Nicole. How did you become synonymous with sparkles?
Well, when I was when I was little, my grandma was a real sparkle girl. She would always wear shirts that had like sequins and embellishment, and she taught me what embellishment was when I was like 5, maybe. And so then I was just walking around the house like, you know, I need embellishments, like my grandma said. So
That's cool.
I got it from her. So it's more than just like, I like glitter. Like,
Your website is sparklyeverafter.com.
yes.
And I noticed you do a lot of YouTube stuff, you do a lot of makeup stuff. Give me some of the makeup stuff. You're doing tutorials, what do you do with makeup?
Well, I love Disney, of course, and I have always loved makeup and hair, and I think I'm okay at it. I can do all right. But and nails and nail polish and just
But so you go crazy
fun
when
girly stuff.
when they come out with that villains makeup and stuff. They've been doing that for a while, like in different.
Yeah, I got my first Disney makeup back with the Venomous Villains MAC collection, which was like years ago now.
I remember, didn't I tell you like I saw it in MAC? They were advertising it?
Yes, that we were like had first become friends around then.
Yes.
But since then, they've done so many partnerships like Disney OPI nail polishes every time a new movie comes out, or like this summer they did the Minnie Mouse collection, and then the Nicole by OPI had a Tinkerbell collection, but then now Disney Parks has their own makeup, the Beautifully Disney makeup collections, which I love. And so there are so many different brands, like even now, right now for Halloween, there's a Disney Villains Walgreens collection that has a bunch of different brands working together under this.
They went from MAC to Walgreens?
Well, the great thing about Disney is just like when you go to the parks and there are all different expense levels of stuff to buy, they really do market to everyone. Just like you can get Disney shirts at Walmart. And you can get Disney purses from Dooney and Burke.
Are you going to say that the quality is a lot different from Walmart to MAC as you would expect, or is it still a decent thing?
Well, it depends. If you're a total, like high-end makeup girl and you really are just used to that and only like that, you wouldn't buy the Walgreens stuff. Personally, I have found that the most expensive product isn't necessarily always the best, so I like that there are Walgreens products. Okay. For example, I got this nail polish set from the Disney Villains collection that just came out, and I actually painted my nails a little bit last night. But it has a bunch of different, it has 12 different nail polish colors, and I was excited to use one, and it actually looked different than it did on the outside of the bottle. So you never know what you're gonna get. I still really liked the product.
To anybody watching, I don't know how many people are gonna pick up this. I forgot to hug you, and I know you so well that I have to hug you. What? The panda hug.
I just punched you in the face with my
That's right. Do I have makeup
Ooh.
on now? We're gonna do a skit in a little while that you probably saw already if you watched the whole show with makeup. So we didn't do it yet. As of this filming, we didn't do it. And it's only because I thought, wow, this is really good to do with Nicole because it's all makeup oriented. And show me what you brought here.
Yeah, I brought, actually I brought these to play with today, and then you were like, oh, you can show those. These are part of the Disney Villains Walgreens collection.
I wonder if we could,
right now.
You know what I should do? I should, actually, that's not gonna work this way. Oh wait, no, that will work. These are eyelashes, Villains, Maleficent, Statement, Lip, and Eyes. Oh, there's lip stuff here?
Well, no, not in there, but they have eyelashes, they have a different company put the nail polish out, there's also hair accessories, and there are eyeshadow. It was a whole eye, lip, and face palette.
That's just Maleficent, or there was other?
There were Cruella, Evil Queen, Maleficent, and Ursula to choose from. So yeah, I love to write about that kind of stuff because I love Disney and makeup. So that's kind of been what I've been focusing on lately, in addition to like going to the parks and stuff. But that is my favorite way to celebrate being a Disney fan, besides like going and watching the movies. Like I love the cosmetics that they put out. So.
Okay, now we go back a little bit, you and I, where we met and you thought you were going to meet some old cranky guy or something, I don't know, I guess. And then you found out you're pretty fun.
Well, we had some friends, and this was like when I first got on Twitter, and I had this one friend that I met, and then I met him in real life, and then he was like, oh, you have to meet my Disney friends, and we were like talking online and stuff. It was Chris that I met first at an American
Chris
Idol
Lowry,
audition.
yeah.
I feel like I've told this story so many times, but I'm going to tell it again.
Got it.
So, I met Chris at an American Idol, like real life
Chris, who
audition.
just got married to Erin.
Yay, congratulations. And so we met and like connected on Twitter, and then I saw that he was like always talking to other people about Disney, and I was like, I'm obsessed. So then I ended up following you, and I went to hang out with Maria and Chris and Jillian, and it was like a super fun day. And Maria was like, oh, John might be coming, and I was like, they were saying like, oh, John's so fun, we love John, and like so all day I was like waiting to meet John, and then something happened, you didn't end up coming that day.
Oh, okay, so I thought that was the day we did meet at the Magic Kingdom. Oh, we met separate, just you and I.
Like a couple days later, we had met up because I was living up here going to UCF, and I was like, oh, well, sorry I didn't get to meet you that day, like we'll have to hang out soon. And you were like, yeah, so we went like one night together to just hang out.
It was instant friendship. I felt like I knew her for a long time.
Well, you're just like my dad's family in New York. Like you really remind me, like you always have. Ever since I met you, you could have been like, I mean,
that's cool.
You're not old enough to be my uncle, really.
Big brother's good. I'll take that.
But yeah, that was like part of my instant I was like, this guy, like I
We
need to
challenged
know
each
him.
other to come up with 3 things, and there's a lot more than 3 things, like funny things that happened throughout our relationship that I could remember. And I'll let you go first. Give me something that's happened that.
Okay, well mine aren't all funny, but I came up with like some memories that are my favorite from our friendship.
Okay,
So,
okay.
Since we were just talking about when we met and stuff, I discovered one of the best things to do at Disney World when we first met.
Okay.
When we got there, I was a little bit early and I was waiting for you, and I didn't really know what you looked like, but I, kind of knew.
I blend so well in a crowd.
Oh, I hadn't met yet. But I was sitting there, like, after the turnstiles, there are those round, there's a tree and there's like a round, like, flower bed with a bench on it. So I was sitting there, and obviously I never sat there before because every time, and back then I had just gotten my annual pass as an adult, so I would be like, annual pass, whee, and like
That's right, there'd
running
be no
to
reason to ever
rides.
wait.
Why would you stop there except for getting the people behind you to come in? So I sat there and I was like waiting for you, and I don't know, I maybe sat there for like 15 or 20 minutes, but that is where people are the most excited. I mean, they just put their pass in, they're coming out, they have their ticket, and they're like waiting for their family, and they're like, we're here, like I'm getting the chills. So like people that are just coming on vacation for like, maybe this is their first time, maybe they're just bringing their kids, or maybe they come every year and they've been looking forward to this. I was just seeing, like, I was just waiting there, like I didn't expect and what I saw was just people and their amazing emotions while coming into the Magic Kingdom.
See, I noticed the fights there.
What?
No, I'm kidding. I noticed. Samantha, come on! We're gonna miss the day. You didn't get that?
There was none of that.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, so people
and also
watching.
the music there, yeah.
Oh, the music there is good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a long loop. Like you can get a lot of different songs in that loop. Mine, and I might be jumping out of, beginning relationship. And I remember that once we were at the Magic Kingdom, and it was Halloween, and we were noticing all the Halloween decorations, and we loved it. And for some reason, we had to meet up the next morning at the Magic Kingdom as well for some event or something. And we got in, and I had got there first, I think. And I was like, it's Christmas. I'm not kidding. Wait till you get in. And I was on the phone with you, and you're like, what? I'm like, no, really, there's no Halloween anymore. From night to morning, it's all Christmas. And you walked in and you were like, I can't get over. Like, it was just too quick. If it would have been like a week, we would have been fine with it. Do you remember that a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They couldn't have Halloween and Christmas, so it literally went one day, and it was like Halloween, pumpkins, leaves, and then it was like flip it, wreath, Christmas, Santa hats, whoa! It was like...
It was intense difference. It was amazing.
Really cool.
Do you remember the photo that we took as we're leaving at night? I think Bree was with us at the time, and it was a very special night. There was no one left in the Magic Kingdom. We were literally like the last people out, and Main Street was empty. And you and I took a photo that I have to find and put it up here, where, do you remember the old, like, black and white movies, where the damsel was on the train tracks, and the evil villain with the mustache was like, and he was tying her onto the train tracks? Do you remember we did that?
Yes.
So she laid down on Main Street where the trolley tracks are, and I, like, stood over her with, the twerking? It's like a Miley Cyrus thing. Twerking my fake mustache.
Twisting your mustache.
Twisting. Let's go with that, please. Twisting my mustache. But I do remember that. Do you remember that photo?
I had like a dress on, because I had a performance at school that day or something. Anyway, I had a dress and a cardigan and pearls, and I was like laying down on Main Street, not even caring.
Do you remember that night too? How
Yes, and it was cold, yeah.
Yeah, it was chilly.
It was like November.
Okay.
I actually think these two memories are right around the same time too. No, like the one you just said,
Oh,
and then
okay.
this recent.
Oh, yes, I do think that was about the same, yeah. That might have been the night that we left and came back also, yeah. All right, give me your second one.
Okay, so you love the Haunted Mansion so much.
Okay.
You have like Disney friends like us that like really love it and know lots of stuff about it. Like I kind of have my own like commentary when I go on a ride with like a new friend for the first time, or like somebody that really likes Disney too. Well, you did that on the Haunted Mansion, and my favorite thing was...
Was it welcomed or was I overwhelming?
No, it was cute
Okay.
because, I mean, if it was like my first time, I would have been like, this guy with the commentary. But it was like, we had both been a lot and it was fun.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we were talking about stuff. So, but no, you, when we got into the seance room with Madame Leota, remember this? You were like, oh, I love this part. Listen. Like, I'm not already listening. Listen, right here. She's gonna say it.
Do you hear? Are you ready? Rap
on a table. Listen to it. And then you hear it. You?
Did you know that before I said it though?
I mean, not really. I hadn't
Okay, because
been
I
that
just,
much to like.
as much as I'm a fan, I didn't notice that until like 3 years ago, which I was shocked that everything she said happened, and I never.
I didn't really
Okay,
recognize
and I
it either.
still now till today tell people.
And if you don't know,
Rap on a table. It's time to respond. Send us a message from somewhere beyond.
rap on a table doesn't mean, oh yeah. It means like, she should say tap on a table, because that's what she's, I guess, rap on a table.
Years
is
ago,
that like
rap
an
was
old-
rap was knocking.
It's
Yeah.
knocking. Okay, well,
Yeah.
she says that. And she says other things like.
And there's an actual table floating behind you, and the sound comes from a clank on that table, which is awesome.
So I have pretty much seen like every Disney movie except for some of the live action. However, there was this one movie that I was here and you were like, oh, have you seen this movie? And I was like, that's a movie? I thought Lilo and
one?
Stitch was a show. I didn't know it was a movie.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay.
Yeah, so we watched it here for the first time.
That's
together.
awesome, I forgot
yeah,
that.
so I watched
My other memory is when we went to go see another Disney movie.
Oh!
Yeah, wasn't that great?
Yes!
She took me to go see Tangled.
And it was on your birthday, wasn't it? Or like the day before?
It might have been on my birthday.
I
or the
think
day
it was
don't-
on your birthday.
We went to the theater and it was 2 or 3 weeks before it came out to everyone. And we were just, you could feel the energy in the seats. And when Mother Gothel started to do her song, we were like, we just loved it so much that we wrote the lyrics down and then we did the review.
Yes.
We should put a
We
link
did.
to the review right
Yes,
here.
let's do it.
A link to the review of Tangled from us when we were children many, many moons ago.
You know, that was really cool too because I hadn't really seen. I mean, I guess when I was little, I watched Disney movies in the theaters, but as an adult, when I was in high school and stuff, I like wasn't really going to watch Disney movies in the theater.
Okay.
So when I got into college again is when I started to get into like seeing Disney movies again. Like I remember I went to see The Princess and the Frog by myself. I was like, I'm not even gonna invite anyone. I just want to see this. No, I love doing things by myself. So do
Okay.
you know
I would bring like nieces and nephews just to, as an excuse to go see.
cover it up a little bit.
A little bit. The kids would want to leave.
Stop it.
Sometimes the kids would want to go, sit down and sit down.
But to see that with somebody who loved Disney as much as I did, and we were both like fangirling over it, and it was before it came out, and that was really cool. Good memory.
Okay, very cool. So I'm walking in the park with her, and she knows that I'm just starting this channel, the bigfatpanda.com, and she's like, I'm doing some, she's always had a YouTube channel, even before me, but you were starting this new video series, and she's scared to tell me a little bit because she thinks I might steal it on her. And I joke around with, no, I wouldn't do that, and they're like, I joke around with that stuff. And I go, what are you doing? She goes, I want to do a day at Disney, but do it backwards. And I'm thinking, all right, that is pretty creative. I mean, like, start with the fireworks and end with entering the park. So out comes a Rewind. What is the actual name you came up with?
I just call it Rewind the Magic.
Rewind the Magic. Love it. And she started with the Magic Kingdom. And that video, which I helped out with, I didn't know how good it was going to actually come out until I saw it with the music that you made. And just tell us a little bit about Rewind the Magic.
Well, you know, I just want to be able to look at Disney differently. I love looking at it as like a piece of living, breathing art, because especially if you love it and go often, you know, it's just fun to appreciate it in a different way. So I wanted to make that because I had this little vision, and I'm a little director in my own mind. So I had so much fun making that. I also composed music and I did that,
It
and
was very magical. I liked it.
I'm glad you liked it.
Another reason why we go back is we were on a little show together called Inner Mouse by JL, now Jenny Lynn Knopp, who does the Disney Driven Life. And it was with Scott Nato, and that's it, and Nicole Siscaretti and me. And it was a lot of fun. It really
It was a lot of fun.
Okay, James Dolan,
James.
who actually sponsors this show, The Mouse Planner, he calls into the show live,
Sounded ethnic.
like an ethnic accent.
Like he could have been from India.
Yes. And he said stuff like, I never see this show. This is fun. What is this? What is going on? And we had to tell him that we were Disney people filming a show. I hope I'm getting this across, that people understand what I'm saying.
At the end we'd have like a thing where you could call in, and he basically punked us and pretended like he didn't know what we were.
But we were crying hysterical,
was
thinking
so
that it was
funny.
real, because we thought somebody in India just happened to put on their internet and found this crazy show of 4 Disney crazed people and didn't know what was going on. If I could get a clip of it, I would put it on there. Now you're doing Attractions Magazine.
Yeah, it's really fun. I love doing stuff.
You did the trapeze, which
that was one of the coolest things like I have ever done. I'm like a segment host for them, so I'll do random things like out in the field, and it's the best. Like on my own blog, I mostly write about like Disney and Orlando fun and stuff, but they have a lot of things that like I maybe didn't even know about, or like different things in Orlando. And one time,
what was the name of the trapeze company?
Trapeze Federation. It's on Kirkman and International, I think.
I know you're big on Instagram, and then you're going to do something with pictures and teaching how to edit photos from your iPhone, but give me the order. That has to do with Instagram, right?
Yeah, kind of. Like, I love Instagram so much, I became addicted. Yeah, we were talking about it.
I don't know. I don't even know what Instagram is. To me, I put my pictures on Facebook. I don't understand Instagram.
I know. Well, you know what? Everyone has like their own thing, and that's totally cool. There's a lot of noise on like Twitter and Facebook. I mean, I do it too. People will like, I'll tweet something in the morning and then I'll tweet it again at night, and I try and be strategic and like, reword it or explain it differently for people that might want to see it, whether it's a blog post or a video or something. But there's none of that on Instagram. It's just a picture. So yeah, it's a lot of food pictures, it's a lot of coffee pictures.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna start teaching online classes for photo editing and apps, and I'm also working on some digital books, but I want them to be just right. So it's been like a year now that I've kind of been like doing research and thinking one thing. I've tried a few things and I just didn't like it. But I think I'm finally where I need to be, and I'm really excited about it. So.
And I know if you go to sparklyeverafter.com, you can sign up for her email updates. And I won't lie, I respond to like all her emails, like, that was cool.
Love Photo Apps is the Instagram and Twitter for that, and then pretty soon I'll be launching a site for it too. So.
Love Photo Apps.
Yeah, just Love Photo Apps.
Love it.
I wanted to tell you about this other thing that happened that was like so funny. And I don't know if you've ever had problems with birds at Disney, have you?
When the McDonald's truck was by Splash Mountain, they would dive and take the fries.
Well, I had a bird dive and take a Rice Krispie treat from my hand in the American Pavilion. I was walking, and it was like from the German place, the Caramel Couche, and the bird literally took the Rice Krispie treat out of my hand.
And flew away.
Out of control. Another time, I was with my friend Dan at the, where you get the fish and chips, and we went to sit outside, and a duck, true story, literally jumped onto the table and took a whole piece of fish, like the fried fish, and just went, "Arr," and was sitting on his tray. It was so funny. Dan turned like bright red. You know Dan.
Yeah.
Punk rock Dan. He just like froze and got like Muppet style.
Did he get it back, or it was gone?
Funny. He like, I think he went to grab the duck or something. Like, I went like, ah! Like, I was so
animals
scared.
are not afraid of the tourists at Disney.
No.
They know they're going to get food too. Didn't
yes,
you have a problem on
around-
Thunder Mountain once?
You know what? I did just recently. Actually, it was like.
Do you
really
have the
crazy.
video of that?
Yeah, I brought it with me because I thought you might want to see it.
Oh my God, let's see it. Let's see it.
Babe, let me call you back. I'm on Thunder Mountain. No, I'm on Thunder Mountain the ride. Let me call you back. Are you kidding me?
So there you have it, show number 4. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. I have a new show for next month already in the works, and it's getting close to my favorite time of the year, Christmas time. I'm gonna just go nuts over Christmas. As always, go forth, create pandemonium, have fun, and give out some big panda hugs. It really does make a difference. Panda out.